No, this is not a scene from a sci-fi film. The figure that you see with the backpack is that of Melina, a Miami tourism official, and I happen to be following her as we walk in the clouds. And no, we are not in the skies either. We are at the Super Blue Museum in Miami, which is a novel experiential arts center that opened recently. What you see is the massless clouds between sculpture and life, a fascinating installation created by an art collective called Team Lab. The huge white mass that forms and floats upwards towards the ceiling is the sculpture and a visualization of order and energy. The experience is profound as I wade through the misty maze in PPE-like gear amid COVID-19 times. The virus-like clouds evoke in me a surreal feeling as I make my way through the dissipating soap bubbles, and I've never done anything like this before. The massless clouds are just one of the intriguing creations at Super Blue. S. Devlin's Forest of Us, for instance, takes me on a journey rooted in the human respiratory process, incorporating video, mirrored surfaces, and other elements. Similarly, Meadow, a poetic upside-down landscape of mechanical flowers, showcases the impermanence of nature. The movement of the silken blossoms as I stand beneath them is mesmerizing, just as the experience with the flowers and waterfall at every wall is a door.
A few years ago, our co-founders realized that a lot of the artists that they work with are doing these beautiful large-scale art productions, but really had nowhere to house them because a typical museum, art gallery is just not equipped for this kind of artwork, this large-scale artwork. So that's how Super Blue was born, and so we're finding large-scale venues like the one we're sitting in, 50,000 square feet, that can house this artwork and showcase it properly and give, a new generation a house for their artwork.
The museum was my first stopover when I was in Miami as part of a press trip organized by Emirates airline on the launch of its maiden flight to the Party City from Dubai in July. Duly refreshed by the Super Blue visit, I was now ready to soak in the sights and sounds of the rest of Miami, and I was not disappointed. Even if you're on a short trip like I was, you can pack in a lot. Here are some of Miami's mustn't misses.
I'm extending a warm welcome for you guys to visit Miami because there's so many fun things to do. We've got tropical weather, beaches, arts and culture, nightlife, and amazing cuisine. So we can't wait to have you here.
The Wynwood District is an Instagrammer's delight, a place where you can keep walking while admiring giant murals, graffiti, and street art. Chris of Wynwood Buggies, who took us on a tour of Wynwood Walls, says the neighborhood has come a long way since the early days when it was just an industrial area with a bunch of warehouses. In 2009, community revitalizer Tony Goldman transformed Wynwood, starting with the 25th 26th Street complex of 6 separate buildings. Home to several art galleries, retail stores, funky eateries, and bars, Wynwood is a vibrant neighborhood. Next on my list is Little Havana with its trademark roosters. It is the heart and soul of Miami's Cubans, besides immigrants from Central and South America. As our area guide who met us at the Bay of Pigs Monument and Cuban Memorial Boulevard enlightened us, the 4-block boulevard houses various monuments paying tribute to Cuban freedom fighters. The Eternal Torch of Brigade 2506 is the most prominent of all, commemorating the soldiers who gave up their lives in the 1961 Bay of Pigs invasion of Cuba. The picturesque block, a statue of Virgin Mary, and a large ceiba tree with buttressed roots are replete with historic and religious significance for the local population. The main street is lined by charming eateries featuring Latin specialty foods, art galleries, souvenir shops selling linen shirts and dresses, Cuban coffee, and handcrafted cigars. There's also the Domino Park, where some elderly residents unfailingly meet during the day for a game of dominoes. On the next day in Miami, I visited the Viscaya Museum and Gardens, which was once the home of a businessman, James Deering of the Deering-McCormick International Harvester fortune. Tucked away on Biscayne Bay in the current Coconut Grove area of Miami, the estate consists of 50 acres with a villa and Italian Renaissance gardens overlooking the sea. The mansion, which has an open-air courtyard, boasts more than 70 furnished rooms with rich European decorative art. The magnificent decor and lush landscape of the place, against the backdrop of a stunning stone barge in the waters, has made the mansion a highly popular photo shoot spot for weddings, graduations, and other occasions. But be warned, if you're a selfie addict, the sheer expanse of the estate makes it almost impossible for you to capture yourself in its entire frame. If you are an adventure seeker, head straight to the Everglades National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is spread over 1.5 million acres and is made of sawgrass prairies, mangrove swamps, and subtropical jungles. Flamingo, 38 miles from the park's main entrance, is where the manatees, dolphins, and sea turtles, not to mention 350 species of birds, come from. I chose to go to the Everglades in the hope of spotting alligators, manatees, and dolphins in their natural habitat. The combination of fresh, salt, and brackish waters makes Florida Bay the only place on Earth where freshwater alligators and rare saltwater American crocodiles coexist. Despite Miami's many attractions, its sparkling beaches remain its biggest draw. While South Beach and Ocean Drive are the stuff of the movies, the Art Deco district with its architecturally protected buildings is spectacular. There are any number of hotspots along Surfside, North Beach, Fena District, Miami Beach, and Sunny Isles Beach. In mainland downtown too, the shimmering waters of Miami are visible everywhere. Staying at the JW Marriott Marquis, all I had to do was walk to the Bayfront Park a few meters away to soak in the waterfront vibe. And now for the most important part, shopping in the US. True, no trip to the US is complete without a shopping spree. In the 5 days that I was in Miami, I visited the Miami Design District and the Aventura Mall, besides Target, for some compulsive buys. The upscale Miami Design District is great for an evening visit. Its choice designer stores and chic art galleries tastefully laid out. Yes, there's also the Omega Olympic swimming pool art installation, where visitors lay on a hard surface inside the waterless pool to get pictures of themselves. A Dubai resident like me was more at home at the Aventura Mall, where I popped in and out of the showrooms in calibrated time. The mall also showcases some exclusive art. Miami is known as a foodie's paradise.
Dubai have a lot of similarities. The lifestyle component is very high-end and is very similar. Of course, the styles are different, but the dinners, the going out, the family sharing, the larger groups, and the late nightlife is what I believe both it is having common.
Among the restaurants I visited during my stay in the city were Smith & Wollensky, best known for their hand-butchered steaks, angry shrimps, and crab cakes. Of course, a vegetarian like me went in for burrata and spinach salad. There's also Wynwood's Bacon, known for its Mexican tacos and tostadas in the Wynwood district. The La Jadernia restaurant and design district, where Michelin-starred chef Alain Verzeroli's small, medium, and large plates were not just elegant but super healthy. My favorite was Jaya at the Setai on Miami Beach. The Pan-Asian delicacies served in an elegant courtyard to live performances made it the perfect fine dining choice. Executive chef Vijay Veera's sumptuous menu offers everything from the signature Peking duck and truffle dumplings to an Indian vegetarian thali for people like me.
We are serving Southeast Asian cuisine, and it is very well received by our local and international guests.
The list of must-visits in Miami can go on, but the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So just book yourself on the next Emirates flight to Miami and experience its abundant treats firsthand. This is Sharmila Dal, UAE editor, Gulf News, reporting from Miami.